Sly News right here, which one Mr. Sly Media. This right here, I'm talking about big news. Paramount look like it's officially has bought WB. Now the deal won't be finalized till another year or so from now, but it looks like it's all set in stone that Paramount will buy WB. Netflix backed out because Paramount gave up an offer that WB could not refuse, so it looks like Paramount has bought WB. So, a lot to take in with all this. Scratch the movie side. This really is like almost like it's a political type thing with Paramount buying Warner Brothers because Warner Brothers is connected with CNN, so that faces a lot of like news, scrutiny, maybe a little narrative they might be trying to put now. Because I didn't know this recently until I watched other people's YouTube channel. The guy that owns Paramount Plus, Skydance, his name is David Ellison. It's hard to remember this guy's name, but David Ellison, he's a big Trump supporter. So him and his dad are both real big Trump supporters and all and everything. So this narrative of them, able to buy WB can put a whole different narrative with CNN of how they view and when they talk about Trump. Maybe could be a little biased and stuff like that. So that brings up a lot of questions like that now. So with them buying, with them being Trump supporters and them owning Warner Brothers now and partner up with Warner Brothers Fintu, it's gonna create a lot of questions, a lot of stuff we don't know and all that and everything like that. Along with James Gunn, who's with Warner Brothers, and James Gunn has flat out said he's not a Trump supporter at all. He's not with Trump. So I don't know how would that work. Him working for them guys, knowing they big Trump supporters. So that's gonna play into a lot too. So ain't no telling how that's gonna work. So that's a lot to take in. That's definitely a lot to take in with that. So that's not even scratching the movie film studio side. How they're gonna play this out now with them like being partnered with CNN now and everything, cause CNN and Warner Brothers. So like I said, I didn't know that. I just found out about that. That David Ellison is him and his father are big Trump supporters and all that. Like I said, Paramount owns Sonic, Ninja Turtles, SpongeBob, and all that characters I grew up watching. And anybody that watches the channel know how much I'm a big Sonic fan. Love Sonic to death. So they probably own the rights to that. They own the rights to Sonic. So that's create a lot of things and all that. Also with this, there will be no longer HBO. Everybody know how big HBO has been around for years and years. HBO has been, but HBO Max will be no more. It will be moved to Paramount Plus. Now Paramount Plus will be the thing because they will merge all things together and become Paramount Plus. That will make Paramount Plus bigger. But that's like I said, that's crazy and stuff. Like I said, because HBO to me, of course, everybody knows is definitely bigger than Paramount. But yeah, so there'll be no longer no HBO Max. So that's gonna, like I said, create a lot of speculation, a lot of questions. Like I said, it's gonna be 12 to 16 months. That's pretty much over a year before this deal is actually set in stone and finalized. But that creates a lot of questions with that, cause makes you wonder like, okay, yeah, you know, how's this gonna work now with everything from HBO going to Paramount? The Netflix deal, I didn't really feel like that much because I was basing off the fact that like, okay, that Netflix saying if they own Warner Brothers, they have movies come out, but then I'm going straight to Netflix after a month or so and all that. I kind of really like that, so that was my little nitpick about it. So, like I said, so I was happy. Okay, Netflix not gonna buy it, Paramount's gonna buy it, but then hearing about all this and now who's finna own Paramount, who's running and all that and everything, I'm like, okay, wow, okay. This makes a big shift because, like I said, I don't want to see James Gunn lead. I like what he's done with the DC universe. I like that Superman movie. I know a lot of people didn't like it that came out this past year, but I actually enjoyed the Superman movie. And Supergirl looks good as well. So, like I said, and he's also going to be responsible for directing the Batman Brave Bold. I'm interested to see that story because I love that story in the comics. So, nah, I don't want to see James Gunn leave, Warner Brothers off of this, but Christ, like I said, a lot of speculation, a lot of questions to see what's gonna happen and all. So very, 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 very interesting. Very intrigued by this deal. Now I'm reading all about it. Very intrigued by how it's gonna do, it. Especially like I said, them being partnered up. Like I said again in this video about them being partnered up with CNN. Also, as well on the film side of things, Paramount has really had a big track record of Skydance of having big success with films and all that because it's Paramount, Skydance, all them Warner Brothers gonna all be tied in together and all. So like I said, with Top Gun, Mission Impossible, which I heard they're doing another Mission Impossible as well. That's really their main, big franchise and everything like that. Opposed, of course, to Sonic and Ninja Turtles as well, like I talked about already. That's all part of this franchise. I'm part of the Paramount as well, along with Transformers, G.I. Joe, all them and stuff. So they haven't had the best success with making films Paramount has. So I don't know how it's gonna work either, like because they are in debt as well. Because along with this deal as well, Paramount agreed to pay off what Warner Brothers on Netflix because since they dropped out the deal and everything and stuff. So as well, so it's just to see how it go. I mean, I always have faith and be optimistic on the film side of things. Hopefully, it doesn't go crazy. Create some kind of false narrative, make it look bad now, with them owning. With them being owning kind of like a CNN now and everything, and with them not like having a good track record with films and all that, everything like that, because they done rebooted GI Joe for like a fifth time and all everything like that, because everybody knows everybody didn't like that last Snake Eyes movie they did and all and everything. And Transformers supposed to be getting everybody back together, but with Shia LaBeouf getting arrested and all that, who knows how this gonna work and all. So the only thing the good track record film wise Paramount has, I look at is you got Top Gun. They are gonna do a Top Gun, another one they're saying gonna be a Top Gun 3. They are doing another Mission Impossible. SpongeBob, that makes money. That's a phenomenon. That makes money regardless. And also as well, my favorite, the Sonic franchise, that's been doing well. So and also they got that going for them. And of course, they got the Ninja Turtles franchise. I love that franchise well, but that's been going kind of up and down for them. But the last one that came out a few years ago, the new animated one, that one was good. So you got all that, coming into play. And no, that's what come the good things Paramount has. But they haven't, like I said, having the best track record for films and all. So it's just to see how it's gonna work with them and WB merging together. Like I said, on the interesting side of it, I look at it like comic size. Hey, we get Batman and Ninja Turtles. Everybody knows in the comics, Batman and Ninja Turtles team up together. So maybe they can have that in a live action movie. Who knows? Maybe it can happen. And also in the comics as well, a new comic that just released, you got Sonic and the Knuckles, Tails, and all of them with the DC characters. Maybe that happens in this somehow in this, kind of thing. I don't know if it will or not, but they have crossed over in the comics as well. So a lot of scenarios. And still waiting for that Transformer G.I. Joe movie. They hinted at the last Transformer movie about them teaming up with G.I. Joe. So hopefully maybe that'll be coming soon as well with this partnership. But, so like I said, it's just like I said, I'm very skeptic, very optimistic about it. I'm not gonna shut it down. Just the way it's looking from, somebody might think, oh, I don't know, this gonna work and all that and everything and stuff. Are they really gonna do a good job and all that? Because like I said, the guy that owns it, he's not really known for actually having very good success with films and all that right now and stuff. But I'm gonna be optimistic, have my finger crossed that Paramount does that thing and it works in Paramount WB. I'm really hoping it will. At least like I said, at least I know for certain now movies will be coming out, won't be, going straight to streaming or nothing like that anymore. The films will be doing very well. They will. I mean, not be doing very well. The films will stay in the theaters longer. So I like with that merger, it can help out with that as well. Like films won't be going straight to streaming; they'll stay on there longer. So I'm like I said, I'm interested to see about it. Like I said, I'm not really like I said, down about it. I like this. I mean, to see interesting to see what it's gonna be, what's gonna happen. I'm not looking at political side and all that. I'm just looking like I said, the film side and everything. I really do hope James Gunn does stay on. I really hope that happens. He does stay on and everything and stuff. But I don't know. It doesn't look too good. But like I said, have faith. Like I said, I'm gonna keep having faith, and hopefully, it does well and all that with Paramount and WB merging together. Like I said, my pick was like I said before. I wanted Comcast slash Universal and all that to combine together. But I think I think it has something to do with like I said. They didn't want to do it. I guess Paramount. I mean not Paramount, but Universal just didn't want to do it with WB. So, and no, they wanted to stick where they was at. So that's what I really wanted. That was my pick. I wanted Universal to do it to merge with WB. But like I said, that didn't happen and all. Like I always say, if you like the content, hit the like subscribe button. Slide news right on the slide media. This right here is my news talking about Paramount and WB officially merging together. Paramount buying WB out. Like I said, the deal will not be finalized. Like I said, until another year or two, like a year and some change. I should say like 16 months, and all that the deal won't be finalized till then. But it looks like it's all set in stone. Like I've been saying on this video, that Paramount and WB will be teaming together, and also as well in CinemaCon that will be just Paramount and WB in a few more months. they'll be having their own thing at CinemaCon, so that will be probably addressed there, and we'll learn more about the deal and everything and what's coming with films and what they have and all. Like, fingers crossed that Paramount can get this thing rolling. It can work out with them being with WB and all that, and the movies won't be lackluster and all that. Make it even greater and greater film and all. That's the only thing I hope for. Just a film fanatic want to see everything just come together, film wise and all. So let's hope it does work and they come together. They can be like a dream team and all that and stuff with them two together. So, but y'all be blessed. Have a good night. This Sly News right on the Sly Media. I'm out.